Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing? Good morning. Let me share my screen. I got a brand new screen I want to share with you guys. Let me see if this is actually going to work. Screen two, share. Good morning, Karen. You guys seeing my massive NQ screen? Well, it's massive to me because I'm working off my other laptop here. I just figured I'd um, uh, be able to give you a really big view of everything I'm doing. So, okay, awesome. Hey, Karen, who's in the room? Let me just check and see who's crawling into the room. Let me just get everybody into the room before we start. Let me post over here. Zoom now. Good morning, Connie. Zoom starting now. Okay. Awesome. All right, a great show today. I'm sorry, not sorry yet that I took you completely off path yesterday, because I don't know if you guys kind of followed up on the FX side of it, but the FX side of it just absolutely killed on the OO levels. I traded. Where's my cursor? I traded euro to the 21s on a 21 break. And let me just go to the 5-minute chart. You guys will see it. So euro on the 21 break was right over here, right? That was a super easy trade. I didn't do anything with cable, although I don't know what cable did for us yesterday. Well, cable broke. No. That was what was it? It was 25. Cable broke the 39s. So it was 9. Let me see. That actually no. Cable would have been a trade. Cable broke the. I wasn't. So what was this? This is just held the 39s and then it broke the 30. No, it broke the 39s in the Asia session. So I wouldn't have traded the that trade anyways. Yen. So this is the only thing that I'm sort of struggling with, which is Asia session currencies, because Asia session currencies actually really respond to Asia session flow. And if you traded yen yesterday, I did not trade yen yesterday because I was busy with other stuff. But yen yesterday on a run to the 106s in Asia really worked because it took out the 106 over here and went all the way up to 122, and before it kind of sort of faded out. And even now, it regained its move. So yen worked, and then the other trade that I traded was Kiwi. Where's my Kiwi? Ah, damn it! Did I kill? Oh, no, here's my Kiwi. Kiwi was super easy trade. Again, this Kiwi was the one exception I made in Asia because I was like, this is Asia trade. You got to take the trade. So Kiwi broke 72s right here in Asia, and I took it over here. We had a little bit of a flow back. I guess did it make? No, I think it made money. I think maybe I TP'd here. Maybe I did. It was actually interesting. I left these trades completely on their own. I utterly unmanaged. So all I know is I woke up. I guess it must have, maybe it made bank here. Yeah, it looks like it broke here before it bounced back up. But regardless, even if it bounced back up, it still broke down really hard to the downside. So my point is that when it comes to running the OO levels in the way that we do it on a closing basis, it's a super strong strategy. I'm just waiting for for Daniel to come up with a really good EA, and then we'll see if we can put that into a more programmatic mode. But right now, you don't even have to worry about it. You can just simply use candle close through the OO. Correct. Karen is saying, how am I making the entry? I'm making the entry candle close through the OO. It must close through the OO on a 5-minute chart. If that doesn't satisfy, if those conditions are not satisfied, there's no trade. Right? And we can actually let's just see what could possibly be setting up, and we will. Hang on a second. Let me just launch my my MT4 here. I'm on a new computer, so I actually did a couple of cool things with MT4 that will help you. That will help you run all of this stuff much better. So just bear with me a second. Let me start all of this. Okay, so let's just first take a look at the anything that could be possibly setting up. So none of this is close. I'm looking to see why is. Oh, you know what? Damn, bear with me. Just I want to log out, log in because I changed my whole market watch. Just bear with me a second. I did it on my other computer, so now I'm gonna log in because that should give me. Nah, damn it, sorry. Okay, Forex. Let's see if this is working. Yeah. Okay. So I recalibrated all of my pairs. The other pair that definitely gave us great signal was the euro pound that broke the 87 level here. That came all the way down to the 80s right over here. I didn't get a chance to take that. Euro yen I took this morning was a beautiful trade down through the 127s because this. Sorry, this is on a 1-minute chart. So let's go back. I took this earlier. So I was up early in the morning. It's like around 1 o'clock. It started. Remember, as long as it's falling from about 35 to 40 pips from the 00 level, you can start to initiate the sell. And I sold it over here. That was a super easy sell over here. EuroCAD actually looks like it's EuroCAD probed the 53 level. So this is a pretty decent trade right over here. We could take this trade to the downside because I think there's further EuroCAD weakness here that we could exploit. Euro Aussie, no. Euro Kiwi, I think that's to the upside. Euro Kiwi actually is a trade to the upside, which I traded yesterday, but I think we could easily trade this went down to the 50s. If it's gonna hold the 00, does it hold the 00? Yeah, it actually held the 00 right on this candle. It's a pretty legit. So we could go long Euro Kiwi, short Euro CAD. See if that works. And here's pound yen coming up to the 47. That already broke it. So I guess this is like if you were in this pound yen trade, you would have taken the 47 shorts over here. You have a lot of retrace here to the 40s. Remember, you have a 40 stop, so it really came hard against you and kind of dropped. So you'd still be floating this trade right now. And I think that's about it. I don't really want to get crazy with everything else. So most interesting, Euro Kiwi to the long side, Euro CAD to the short side. We can watch those as ideas. The general idea here is. Yep, we'll take a look at the Asia Open trade in just 1 sec, Demetrius. The general idea here is if you have this list, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pairs. It's quite a large list. You're obviously going to get losers, winners. So the whole idea here is to trade ultra small. My recommendation is you literally trade one-time notional. So if your account is 1,000, you trade 1,000 shares. If your account is 10,000, you trade 10,000 units. So at 1,000 account, your pip is worth 10 cents. At 10,000, it's worth $1. This way, you will never get yourself into any kind of trouble. But you'll also be able to to actually reasonably try to maybe make 0.5% a day, because if you 2 winning trades is 40 pips, you're going to have like probably 5 to 10 trades. The key thing is you're going to have about 5-10 trades a day. So that's why you cannot over leverage. You must be notional, because by the very definition, you're taking so many trades, you already have a lever factor in there. But if it's been working out to like 75, 80, 4 out of 5 winners. I mean, that's a ridiculous number. But if you can stay at the 70 to 70, so let's say 72% average, that is a very consistent, very, very no see my. Do you see my mouse moving? Is everybody seeing my mouse moving? Like, is anything moving? You guys see that? Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm just on a super big screen, so I just wanted to make sure you guys got it. Okay, Demetrius, let's talk Asia session trade. Okay, so we're supposed to take the trade when it broke the range on a 1 minute chart, or wait to check. No, you could have taken it at 8:03 p.m. But I'm actually gonna modify, Demetrius. I'm really gonna modify the Asia session trade to make it super clear. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use 6 to 7, not even just the first hour. Like, let's take a look. Okay, let's play with me, because the Asia session trade is one of the easiest money in the bank trades you can find. Wow, look at, we're just getting decimated. I also have just unbelievably cool stuff I want to show you on the scalping setup, but we'll get to it in just a little bit. Right now, actually the way it's trading right now, we're not going to participate just because sort of a new insight that I had. But let's go to Asia session trade for last night. Okay, so I'm going to mark this. Alt H, Alt H. Okay, so we are going to go. Oh, this is it's a 5. I'm on a 5 minute chart. I'm like wondering how come. No, I want to get granular here. Sorry, granular. Okay, this is a 1 minute chart, and we're going to use futures, but it doesn't matter. So Alt H, obviously using New York reference time. Here's the 1800 and Alt H. It's just a very clean box, and Alt V. We're going to break it at 1900. We don't even need to go to 7:30. It's basically the first hour. I'm going to take the first hour, right? You with me? First hour high lows, right? First hour high lows, right? Look how well this works. This right here, Demetrius, is your entry. That's your low break, right? At 1927, takes out the first hour high lows. Super easy, 10 points. Boom, boom, boom. It's a 10-20 trade. If you want to make it a little tighter, you can make it a 5-10 trade. But regardless, it's an excellent trade. Right now, what's interesting is we can go the other way. We can go the other way, and look how well it works the other way. This is the high low the other way. I actually traded this the other way to the upside. This broke the upside right over here, 52s, right? And it went all the way up to around 64s. Super easy, sneezy trade, right? Although, you know what? No. I take it back. Sorry. I'm on the wrong thing. That didn't happen then. It happened much later. This was the high. It did not break the highs. I remember. I take it back. Sorry. This is actually the 6 o'clock high, right? So that took a while to break. That took it actually broke here, right, in the 70s, and did not extend. It extended only like 5 to 8 points. It did not. I took this over here, but it didn't go to full 10 points, which brings me to like a more interesting point, that the session breakout trades, especially in Asia where there is limited amount of follow through, sometimes it's, if you want the absolute highest probability of profit, you just set it for 5. If you set it for 5:10, you have a very reasonable chance to make it both ways. So, it goes both ways. What's interesting that I was going to show you is that at the sort of the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock level, right? This is where Europe kind of starts to break it out. And at that level, then you have a new session high over here, right? So this actually today failed. They tried it, they held it, and then it just kind of died out. And it just, this was if you trade the European session, sometimes it really works. The European session basically would be adjusting for whatever was the high prior to that. And sometimes it really works, and and you have continuity. Today, the continuity totally failed, right? And more interestingly, where was the low here? This was the low, right? So then we had no lows because the fresh lows. This is what I was going to say to you. So they make the lows here in Asia at around the 00 level, right? Now this is where it kind of gets interesting. This is the 95 00 level. Just bear with me as we go through and how each session reflects on the other one. Now we get into New York. Look what happens in New York. This is the all-time low from Asia. So you kind of, in Asia, you have the first hour, and then you go all-time high, all-time low from 6 p.m. New York. So Europe kind of failed to the upside, but then to the downside, New York, boom, crashes the 95s, and it's just been a vertical move to the downside as we move down. So this is what if you were looking for session high, session lows, these are super easy, very clean, clear trades that you can set up anytime and execute on your own. Okay, so is that clear on the session trades? Okay, super. The only caveat is obviously, so to me, the most reliable range break is the first hour of Asia, because it's the tightest range. It has the highest probability of a spring forward, spring backwards. It really worked for me. Like there were weeks where it worked 5 out of 5 days, but it really works 4 out of 5 days. So it's just a super high high reliability setup, and it's literally the easiest setup in the world because it requires very little work. You set up the applet and you run it, and you let it go. So that's that. Watching, by the way, if Euro Kiwi hits 68.20, that would complete us on the 00 run. Just kind of letting you guys know, on the trade here. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Is everybody clear on how you want to do the session trades, both in Asia specifically, and then overall over the broad, market timeline generally? Europe, and then the carryover to New York. It's really fascinating, because what you see is how these various points certainly have an impact. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a surprise, because traders have stops at session high, session lows, and dealers know this. And when there's news flow, they can move those stops. It becomes a super easy trade to join. And it's just a setup that is really easy to execute for everybody. So I'm hoping you guys will try it out. Love to have you guys share your experiences with me on this. And I'll be, again, I only do this on NASDAQ. I haven't really tried anything else. But within NASDAQ, which has follow through, it's just an excellent instrument to do. Boris, I haven't heard from you in a while. How are you, my friend? And he's typing away a paragraph, so I'm going to wait to see what he's got to say. In the meantime, that's it. You were like typing for an hour, and then it just like the only thing comes out is good. All right, thank you. Okay. I was like, you ever have friends like, when you're exchanging messages and you see like type, 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 you see the three dots for like 5 minutes, and then all it comes out is yes or no, and you're like, what the fuck was that? All right. So uh, uh, I wanted to share with you what I think is just, I had this, I've been just in the zone, so in the zone over the last 12 hours. After I had a horrible day yesterday, which I guess like you shouldn't get mad at your bad days if they help you understand the zone. And then like, because I just had such a miserable day yesterday, and I think I got so angry at a lot of stupid stuff I was doing. I had like this really interesting epiphany of exactly how our setup works so well. So I really want to just run you through the mechanics. I mean, we all know the broad details, but I'm going to give you the super specifics of what I traded today and how it worked, because I think this is the key to just continuously banging 5 pips all day long, as long as you follow this very, very key rule. And I think as everything always comes out subconsciously, I've been listening to a lot of Jack Schwager's books, and the unifying theme, it doesn't matter which trader he is interviewing, whether it's guys who are trading macro, guys who are trading futures, guys who are trading stocks, guys who are trading penny stocks, guys who are trading like on a 5-year time frame, or guys who are trading on a 5-second time frame. There's like this universal common thread that runs through all the successful traders, which is that they are early. Whatever they're doing, whatever method they're doing, they're usually the first or the second to the ball, first or second in line, and that is how they generally, this is why they succeed. Now, if you think about what the basic, trading action is, and we don't have to think about it, we can just show. Let's go. Oh, let me. Sorry. Let me just give me 1 sec. Hang on a sec, guys. Let me just do this. I gotta minimize this. Hang on. You know what? Let me put up the MT4. I'll show you this. I just want to log into my account. Just 1 sec. I'll be right there. What is this? Okay. Because I want to show you the ladder, and just bear with me.
Reverse buy.
Come on. And also I want to show you what I did. The way I made all the new charts so much easier to work with. But back to my original point about earlier. I want to, before we start trading, I really want to set up the idea. So if you think about what trading is, it's an auction, right? It's an auction. The first guy who's correct makes the most money, right? It's basically an auction. It's an auction between bids and asks. That's all it is. It's no different than a Sotheby's auction, except it's a price auction. And it dawned on me that the absolute highest probability trades within our structure are the ones that are early to trend, right? Now, what does that mean? That really means that, if we're using our buy-sell structure, which is our common structure for how we scalp now, not the closing low, closing high, but the buy-sell structure, which I find to be better for the 1-minute charts. The closing is really excellent, really excellent for the OOs, for session trades, for those things that really break levels. But on a more scalping basis, I think the buy-sell is a much more interesting entry methodology. But the question isn't just the buy-sell. The question is the buy-sell needs to be early in trend. And by early in trend, I used to say we want to take only the first 2 or 3 things. That's really what it means. So here you have trend beginning, right? Trend beginning. And that beginning of trend is the easiest. So buy, sell, entry over here, super easy. sell, buy, sell right over here. Super easy. If you're trading for 5, 10, this trade was very executable. And then we go the other way, which is when you're doing reversals, you want to be super, super late to reversal. In other words, you want to have 4, 5, 6, 7 signals already matured. And only then do you want to come back and see, if you have a possible, reversal move. So like right now, it's feasible for us to consider a reversal move because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 signals. And we could, and I'm actually gonna, because I don't have the applet on here. So what we can do is we can go into the buy sell mode on the, oh no, it's not the 30, on the NASDAQ. Oh, this is on the 1 hour. Jesus, sorry, it's got to be on the 1 minute. I was like, what happened here? 1 minute. I didn't realize I put this on the 1 hour. Okay, let's do this. Buy, and I'm going to put this into buy sell with a 5 entry, and let me go full screen for you. Oh, this is it. This is what I want. What's going on here? Oh, this is not full screen. Okay, here we go. So no entries so far because we don't have a buy sell on this. Oh, why did this go back to? Oh, I'm on the German. I'm sorry. Jesus, that's not what I want. Okay, this is NASDAQ. So I took a buy here on a reversal, an early buy, right? And if you think about what is a reversal, it's basically an early trend signal. Basically, what we're betting on here is that the trend is going to go back up. Now, this I don't know if we'll have to see. I have a modest amount of confidence that this trade could work because we've already had quite a lot of settlement. It may take another buy sell sequence to kind of confirm some bottoming formation. We've had a lot of bad news. Market is kind of very negative formation. So there's still a lot of selling pressure going on, but we've had so much selling pressure here that the natural trade right now is to the upside, if you're going to take any trade at all. The thing that I was going to say is that if you don't want to take any trade that is a reversal, you probably will be in better shape. I mean, reversal trades by very definition are not going to be as good as continuation trades. But if you are going to take reversal trades, they have to be the exact opposite of the great trades we have are early. The great reversal trades are always going to be late, right? So I'm just trying to see if we can pump this up. I'm refusing to close early just to see if I could actually complete this with spreads and everything else. Who knows? We'll see. Let's see if the spreads do me in. Maybe not. I would have definitely been done on the futures, but of course, I'm fighting spreads here on the CFDs. So let's see if this will do the trick. What's my I don't even know what my TP is here. Okay, it gets done. So again, my point. Hopefully, you guys see this in real time. Trend entry is super early. Now, I'm going to give you a really interesting insight if you want to even cheat, if you sort of want to just cheat on what's going on. Oh, sorry. I need to just bear with me. I'm sorry, guys. I need to adjust this screen to this my massive screen so I am properly done. Right. So this is this. This is the thing. So we got done on the on NASDAQ, +5. But what I want to show you is I want to go back to TradingView because that's where you really can see a lot of the stuff develop. Where's my TradingView? Why is this? Sorry, guys, just 1 second. I'm trying to deal with Why is this behind me? Why is this? All right, yes, I wanna, oh, maybe because, yes, enter. Okay, I'm gonna restart, just bear with me. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see if we can find myself again. Good job, Karen. Good job on the NAS. So you see, like, it was only good just for that tiny amount. Cancel. Get out of here. Get out of here. Cancel. Okay. Because the reversal trades are always going to be problematic. But what I was going to say is, when you're trading trend, let's say, honestly, this is much more for, I would say, for futures traders, because with CFDs, in Asia session, you may not just have enough movement for spread to get you done, but you could literally almost cheat. And by cheat, I mean you could ignore the sell-buy signals and just trade candles. Although most of the time you won't have to, because the sell-buy signals will be there for you. But you could just literally just trade candles to get in trends early. So here's what I mean. So here's the trend, basically starts over here, right? And you want to trade the trend early. So if you're trading trend over here, this actually would be a little tough for you. I think, no, you would have survived the 10 points here. So here's the inkling. The first most important thing is that trend begins. You can see trend happening, right? Your next point is then to find a buy sell combo, or sell, buy sell combo. So buy sell combo post trend would be this sell over here. You short over here at 60 before you even get to a reference point. Now, this you have a little bit of retrace, but the point is that you would have been in here, made money. Here's a uptrend without any buy sell combos, because it's just the reference points are just not printing on here. You don't need to worry about it. You have a sell buy combo right over here. The first sell buy in trend is good enough most of the time to get you early into the move. And that is so cool, as far as just adding to your component here. What time is it? It's what time do we have? Where's my, how come I don't have a time here? Oh, at 9:30. Okay. So we are at 9:30. We're gonna watch the NAS open here on the opening. But that, it's all within all the techniques, all the structures we do. It's just this one extra little element that will allow you to, on most of the moving average. It's not like every moving average cross is gonna work. So here's a moving average cross where you have a sell, buy, sell that just dies. I think you sell 38s and there's no downside. It only goes like 34s, and then boom, you get stopped out, and you're gonna get clipped occasionally. But overall, the whole idea here is that literally within, is if you catch the trend early, if you catch the change of trend early, you're going to be in a very, very good shape to make it happen. So what I'm watching right now, this is, as I said to you, it looks like we are possibly creating a reversal. So what would make me want to trade a reversal in this particular structure, especially at the beginning, at the craziness of the open, is if I get a buy, sell, buy. So in other words, green, red, green. In other words, we're going to have, if we have a couple, maybe we have a couple of candles that are green. If we get a red candle and then followed by a green candle, then I will have a very, very good signal that the turn indeed is feasible, is real, and I want to trade the turn, right? So this is just the opening. On the other hand, if this is just a dead cat bounce, the market is going to do nothing but continue to sell down. At which point, if it's going to sell down, we're actually going to stand back, because even though it's very, very tempting right now to obviously chase this trade, and it's clearly going to make new fresh lows, so on and so forth, it doesn't matter. The probability is the edge is not in our favor. The edge that we really have is the edge of being early, right? Once we're here, we're no longer trading our edge. We're trading a speculative. We're trading story. We're trading market is due for a big correction. We're trading a bigger vision on which we have literally zero advantage. We don't know if the bigger vision is going to be positive or negative for the day, but we do know that on the short-term intra-minute basis, the balance between buyers and sellers can reveal itself. And so, if we start thinking about it in those manners, I think you're going to be able to just start hitting trades with a greater degree of confidence and accuracy than just sort of following the rules, blindly. The rules are here as a structure to really help you be early. That's really what this is all about. So in many ways, this is the sweet spot. This is just garbage. This is where all you're going to do here is maybe look for reversals or just let it go by. Just let it go by. Let the markets figure out. Markets always go from buy sell mode. Even in the strongest sell down sessions, like maybe like today, they're always going to come down, consolidate, regroup, come down again. We'll if there's another down leg, we'll trade another down leg, but we're not going to assume that this down leg is a leg worth trading. The one thing that's obviously interesting is that if we want to trade session highs, opening session highs, opening session lows, which is like, let's say, the first 5 minutes of the market, we can try and do that. I mean, we can try and do that, but I think even that is kind of problematic. But we can, let's go to full Nasdaq here, and we can say, okay, so we got about, let's see if they establish a low here. If this is the low of the Nasdaq, and if it is, we can go into the close mode and put ourselves to the sell mode. I think it's going to be like around 20, right? And just put ourselves into that sell mode. That's actually going to be like right over here, right? And see if they do break on a closing basis, do we have a reasonable chance that this is going to be going? Conversely, the trade back up. So I actually missed it while I'm talking. This was the reversal trade. I should have just simply, I'm sorry. This was the sell buy combo that that would have given us the move. Now that I'm kind of late on this thing, how much time do we have? It's 31 seconds. Now it's breaking the highs. Now it's breaking the session highs, and let's see if it can hold those session highs. I'm actually going to cancel this again. I'm chasing this because I didn't set it up properly, but we got 16, 17 seconds. The idea here is if this candle holds through these levels, at least we should get some extension for session highs. I just have to time this properly. I'm going to watch this through 2, 1, 0, boom. Did I go? Okay. So I'm long here, and let's see if we can extend, if this extends beyond the session highs. Because this was the opening 5-minute opening range, but like we've seen many times before, this has not been as great a trade lately because it's been just yanking. There's been very, very little continuity. They take the stops up, they take the stops down, and it looks like this is not going to work right now. We might get stopped out on this move, but. But I wanted to kind of show you session high, opening Nasdaq opening, New York opening range trade, and it may be a situation, honestly, where I think we have to here go the opposite way, which is we have to give ourselves the full 15 minutes, because I think the first 5 minutes is too early to establish. the true highs, lows for the range. I noticed, by the way, a lot of times session highs, session lows get broken after we go off air, like at 10 o'clock or later. So this this was a dumbass chase trade right now that didn't do anything. It would have been much better had I just simply stayed to my reversal mode, because this was the buy sell nice clean reversal mode. We're still deep down in the sell mode right over here, right? Still deep down in the sell mode. So there really isn't any great setups for us right now to the downside. Testing the low, testing lows, testing lows, testing lows, testing the highs. It's 9:38, so it's still too early. I mean, we're going to break the lows here. We might, but I find I'm finding that for us to have the time box, it might be better let's just give it 10 minutes, even if we miss this opportunity, which I think we might, because I think this is gonna well, it's actually holding the lows but not breaking them so far. How much time do I have? 12 seconds. This actually, by the way, creates, and let's watch this. I'm going to watch this. Does this candle hold as a green candle? Yeah, I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to buy it because, again, the idea here is that this might be a reversal. This might be a much better reversal trade, and it is. And as you can see, we held the lows. We have the big reversal, and this is very much more in sync with our strategy, which is that we only want to find the absolute latest reversals, the absolute earliest trends, and when it comes to sessions, the right box. The right box would be actually later than sooner in North American Open on a relative basis. Like we can't have a 5-minute box. We need at least probably a 10-minute box. By 10 minutes, by 10-minute box, what I mean is we need the first 10 minutes to pass by to establish the reference points. Yes, Jonathan, yes, that is exactly what I mean. Can I show this to you on TradingView, because that's going to be a lot easier than on MT4. Let me show you what I mean. I mean, in this case, we have the sell buys in here, but what I mean is the following. So let's just take a pause for 1 sec from MT4. Let me minimize this. Okay. Oops. Damn it. Still struggling with my. Okay. So here's MT4, right? So remember, our entry criteria, regardless, trend, reversal, anything, is when we want to be long, we want a sell buy couplet. So red green candle. Red green candle gives us a green light to go long. Green red candle gives us a green light or red light to go short, right? Just to stay this. By the way, starting to turn here nicely, right? Starting to turn, moving averages starting to turn around. If this candle stays green, just to kind of let you know, see this is a red-green combo with moving average turning around. We should consider this as another possible, buy trade. But we got to give it the full. Well, actually, I can put myself into the buy mode right here, and I don't have to worry about it because the applet now will work. So now we're in a buy sell mode, and see if this thing will extend. Because it looks like clearly we're trying to push a little bit higher. Markets are trying to squeeze the shorts after a very strong opening, strong selling session. Let's see if this gives us another 5 points to the upside. not sure if I'm actually, I'm wondering, what is this, 42? I think I'm trading with no vol filter on this one. Maybe I don't know why the vol filter, actually just the vol. Let me see the, oh yeah. So the reason why I'm trading this without a vol filter, meaning that this is a big candle, right? And if we had a volatility filter, it would have probably, because I think the candle was 20 points. What was the high here? Let me just, sorry. So you can see volatility filter is set to 0. So that means there's no volatility filter. Control H, right? What is the view data window? Control D, sorry. Where's my data window? Oh, here's my data window. Okay. Okay. Oh, this got done. So while I'm looking, I'm looking, it got done. But sorry, let me just, I just wanted to clarify something, whether this would have 47.65. No, it actually would not have. So it was a 20-point stop, so it wouldn't have killed the volatility filter. Wouldn't have kicked in. But okay, again, what I'm trying to sort of show you, which is the little insight that I had. I hope you guys can see this visually. Is so clearly starting to get a reversal. Reversal is the first step in a new trend, right? If you think about this, moving averages started to really go. So we have the combo, we have the green-red combo. That's a great early signal for us to get long. So the point is volatility is going to be supercharged here. So you're not going to get quite a lot of extension, but 5 points is very much doable in these situations. I'm basically trading this. If you're trading a 1 minute chart, you can trade confidently for 5 points, which is what I'm trying to basically do on a continuous basis. So here, by the way, now we have, it's 9:49, 9:45. By the way, guys, so at 10 o'clock, somebody tell me I need a hard out because I gotta go do David Aranzabal's show in a little bit. But right now, we had a 10-minute period. Now might be the right time for us to consider session breakouts, the New York Open session breakouts, which in this case is going to be like the 70. So let's just set this up as maybe our last trade for the day here. We're going to go into the closing mode. I'm going to go to buy, what is that, like a 73? Let's just do a 78. Right over here. Are you guys, by the way, I'm just curious, are you seeing like a nice big screen on your charts? I mean, I'm hoping, because this is twice the resolution that of my other screens. So I'm hoping that you guys can really see a clear look on the screen. Connie, good job with the NASDAQ. Oh, Karen, you really like it. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, this is great. Wow. Excellent. So great. This really, now this, I'm glad you guys really like it. So that's great. This actually works the way, one of the few things in life that work the way it's supposed to. Okay, beautiful. So we'll just use this as a thing. By the way, anybody, I just want to tell you, this is a really good thing to do if you don't care what's on your computer. I pretty much store anything that is really important in the cloud, in either Dropbox or Gmail. I literally couldn't care less what's on my computer. You can do, if you're in Windows, you can do what's called a Windows restart, where it just blows out everything on your computer and does a full Windows refresh. If you do that every 6 months, it's amazing at how clean and fast the machine runs. It is such a huge difference in experience. So I did this with I did this with my other machine, and that's why I kind of wanted to try this out. So my recommendation. So okay, we might be able to get. Let's see if we're getting a run through the session high here. Let's see. Now this is like with 15 minutes through the open, so presumably this might be a more legitimate breakout here. And what we got? 10 seconds. Holding the highs, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. See, they tease them. Let's see if there's enough strength here to hold the highs. And no, we did not. Okay, good. I mean, that's the whole point. It's the whole point of the setup. But again, you're looking here, budding trend, early trend. We're in relatively good shape. This is obviously, the one of the reasons why, by the way, I love the um, the buy close version versus the close candle is because we're not as stretched away from the moving averages usually when we're in the buy mode or sell mode, and therefore that also gives us a risk reward edge because we have a much higher chance of making target when we're tighter to the moving average than away from the moving average. But so far, I mean, this looks like it's holding, definitely holding bid here. Let's see if we can. Let's see if no, they can't hold it. They can't hold it. They try. They can't hold it. Nope. Okay. All right. So maybe they won't do a breakout. We'll see. Regardless, you can really see how the setup works well. Let's see if this holds. Yeah, so Jonathan, I'm using the CFD reference point, obviously not the futures reference point. But yeah, this is the New York Open session high, session low break, the 10-minute box. And the presumption here is that if we can hold the highs, we should have some continuity move. We are struggling. I mean, this is very lame. We got into a trade, but this is a very lame break. I would not be surprised if this thing is not going to work today. That was a lame ass break. It's almost it almost isn't worth it at this point to trade. I'm just going to stay in here for academic, intellectual reasons, but I don't love this setup precisely because we tried 3 times, couldn't hold it. The 4th time barely broke it, and now it becomes a struggle. Like what you want is you want it to break and just run away, start running. So let's see if we could just on this candle come back up and start running. But I don't love the break here. But maybe we get lucky. Oh, starting to move. You know what? I'm gonna take the 2 because I don't love it, but I think it's gonna go. And it always goes. There we go. I knew it was. I like the moment I kind of give up. But if you guys stayed in there, stay with a trade, you definitely made 5. I don't know anybody stay with a trade and let that float. For sure, futures made the move. Good job. Better than nothing. Good job. I know Connie stayed with a trade. Connie O's. Oh, you did with a DAX. Oh, I wasn't even looking at DAX. Okay, so guys, I gotta go, but so no more trading for me. We did actually pretty well today, with the exception of just the original session break, which is definitely not going to be part of the repertoire that we've had before. But every reversal trade we hit today, we hit the budding. There was like 4 or 5 Nasdaq trades that I hit today, right? So I hope everybody did well today. But now we're starting to really break out. So the 10-minute box is really the sweet spot. That's actually good for us to know. There's a 10-minute box that we're gonna look at as a potential trade. Good job. I mean, everybody's doing great. So I just want to leave you guys with one technical interesting idea, because when I set up my new MT4, here's what I wanted to show you. All right, let me get back in here. So here's the thing. You know how like you can't use templates because the applet gets really screwed on like if you change the chart on the applet. So instead of changing the chart on the applet, create profiles. And I created 2 profiles. One for CFDs, which here's German, here's US, here's Nasdaq. I haven't today we only focused on Nasdaq, and we didn't even do anything on futures and excuse me on currencies. But if you don't know how to do profiles, go into my MT4 course and you'll find the section on profiles. But here you go into profiles, right? And I go into, let's say, FX trade. Here's what's so cool about this. The only thing is, remember, every time you change a profile, auto trading goes to red, so you have to reset it to green. But now I can watch euro and pound and CAD all with the applet, right, per chart. So we never have to worry about like, it's there. If you want to set up, if you want to take a trade, you can just use that applet and chart. So I hope you guys find that useful. It makes trading so much easier because everything is preset, pre-configured. The applet is running right then and there with you, and you can do what you want with the trade. Okay, so that's my final word of wisdom here. Let me close this out. Oh, let's close this out. Let me just, I haven't even checked at where things went on anything. What were we looking for? When was the Euro Kiwi? Well, Euro Kiwi, we were looking for the upside, and that went almost to 20, but didn't quite do that. So it's still hanging. The other one was it Euro CAD to the downside? I totally forgot what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, Euro CAD to the downside. That actually stopped us out. Wow. So typical caddy crap. So caddy, which we took this to the short side, actually took us out on a retrace. So when you're running the OOs, that one did not work for us today. But that's against like 4 or 5 other pairs that worked very, very well. So it's, that's normal. I mean, if I'm winning 3 out of 4, I'm doing super well on the run for the OOs. So so that's what that's what I wanted to kind of catch up with you. We'll reconvene tomorrow, and I hope to see everybody then. What's the question? Is it going to be 1,000 tomorrow? Sorry, what's 1,000? What? Oh, 10 a.m. Oh no, 9 a.m. Like usual, 9 a.m. tomorrow. Why? No, regular time, 9 to 10. Oh, you mean like because we're gonna go late? No, you know what? Galvin, let's wait there. Let's wait for next week. Let's not fuck around. I already screwed the Zoom yesterday. It's gonna confuse people so much. So let's not screw around with that. But anyways, guys, try the buy sell early stuff. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you, it is such a great scalping structure. You guys should really do well. All right, I got to run because I got to go. I got to go to Spain, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Take care.